home before the ice storm.
Yeah, Gene, everything looks okay now, but things are going to change later on tonight.
That's right. And Chris is someplace that they're likely to see some snow, but a lot of the rest of us may just see a cold rain, and we may think, well, what's the big deal? It's just rain. I want to explain the difference between sleet and freezing rain. Now, up in the clouds, we've got snow coming out of those clouds, but some of that snow will melt in the warm air underneath the cloud and then refreeze as it gets closer to the ground where it is colder. And when you see the pellets bouncing around, that's sleet for sure. Now, freezing rain is a wholly different thing. In there, you have a much deeper warm layer, so all that snow falling out of the clouds melts. And as it reaches the ground and hits where the temperature is freezing, it ices up. And that's going to cause some problems because we will have perhaps an accumulation of up to 1/4 of an inch on trees, power lines, bridges, and overpasses, and that's where the roads could be hazardous first thing in the morning. Let's take a live look outside and show you what's going on in Tuscaloosa, where it's just cloudy right now. They have had a little bit of light rain within the past hour, but most of it is very, very light and just rain. So that's good. Let's take a look at Titan 3D radar, and you can see that rain moving through Tuscaloosa down here, pushing across towns. We've had a little bit of just light, misty rain, also pretty foggy outside. And in between some of those rain spots, you see a little pink pop up. That's the sleet I was talking about. Again, some of the snow melting on the way to the ground, freezing up for a little bit, but not completely melting all the way, and that's why you get those sleet pellets still falling out of the sky. Further off to the west, though, of Mississippi, we're seeing more of that pink, more of that white. That means sleet and snow, and that is what will be heading in our direction. And again, it's neighborhoods to the north that have the best chance of seeing snow that could accumulate up to an inch. Look at our exclusive TitanCast computer model. It shows that just after midnight, we could start to see some snow here, Cullman, Arley, over toward Aniana and Gadsden. And then we see the pink. This is the freezing rain that will likely be falling Gardendale, back over toward Fayette, Springville, and into Birmingham. What's going to happen is we're going to have several hours of this, so depending on how much falls out of the sky, that could cause some serious icing concerns, and that's why we're watching these very, very carefully. Then our computer model suggests we'll get a break, maybe afternoon, before the second round of rain arrives, and that'll be late Tuesday night. And this should primarily be rain for us here in Birmingham because our temperatures should get warm enough tomorrow to keep any of the icy weather off to the north. But look what happens close to midnight. We're looking at an area of freezing rain and snow from Cullman and Gadsden up northward. So I think Tuesday night going into Wednesday, it'll just be a cold rain for us, and that will be all that we would expect. So, in fact, if we do get that, that should help melt or break up some of the ice that does fall from tomorrow. Take a look at our temperatures right now. Dropped a degree from the last hour, now down to 36. But Hamilton, very close to the freezing mark. And again, it's those northwest counties that will likely see the snow first. Overnight, we'll see that freezing line get closer and closer to us and then kind of come to a halt. It'll kind of wobble around us. And that's the reason why we'll have that mixed bag of sleet and freezing rain in and around the city. And then during the afternoon, we might see those temperatures get into the upper 30s. But that's a big might. It won't be a big warm up tomorrow. So overnight, again, a mix of snow and sleet to the north, freezing rain here in town, 32 for the overnight low. That's one of the reasons why we may see some of that rain that falls, ice on the ground. 37 by the afternoon, so an icy morning will turn to a cold rain, which will then taper off. So that's good news. I rate the next day's weather from 1 to 10. It's called the Norman number. For tomorrow, only up to a 3. Again, we've got the one more round of rain moving through Wednesday. Once that moves out, the rest of our week improves dramatically. 46 for a high on Thursday. How about Valentine's Day? 56. That's weather anyone would love, and into the low 60s by the time we head toward the weekend. So we're continuing to watch that icy weather, and we'll have an update for you, of course, at 10.